got home from class. It was around, I think, 10 p.m. Getting to the house, my water broke.
You've delivered a newborn, you're launching applications. For me, that sounds like crazy. Able to take me through that? What was going on in your mind at that particular time? Hello, welcome to another episode of Industry Voices. Here we aim to learn, inspire, and to debunk myths that are associated with several industries. Our main goal is to understand the behind the scenes and how these successful people in these fields came to be. Today with me is one lady who is in the tech scene. Her name is Victoria Mutai. She is a software engineer, a tech expert, and a conference speaker. I am lucky to have worked with her, and I can attest to her expertise and also her work ethics, and I believe that she is the right person to be speaking to today about this tech scene. Victoria Mutai, kindly introduce yourself. I know I've introduced you, but just tell our viewers.
Hi, my name is Victoria Mutai, a software engineer. I currently work at Ascent. I am so lucky to be here today. I am a programmer. I write Python scripts and web development. Also, I speak at various tech events, and I'm a mentor to several people. I have a team of mentees, 5 currently, and I also train developers in different programming languages. Happy to be here.
Karibu sana to the show. All right. So, Victoria, did you know that you will always be in the tech scene growing up? How was it like?
So growing up, weirdly, I wanted to go into medicine. I think until I got to high school, I realized that I don't relate to medicine, because we all did KCP, KCSE, so biology was one of my worst subjects. And I was also so scared of hospitals, so scared of doctors, so I thought that's not something I'm going to do. And at that point, I started being passionate about computer. I'd like to shout out my computer high school teacher, because he provided me with a few books that used to talk about programming and things like that. And that made me so passionate about getting into tech. And at that point, I remember in our school we had something called career tags, where we'd show what you want to be. And luckily mine was written software engineer, and I think I'm in a good place right now.
Ah, okay. Most people growing up, of course, we all wanted to be doctors, lawyers, and all that. So I can see how that transition came to be. First of all, a shout out to your computer teacher. What is your name?
Mr. Cheriot.
Yeah, Mr. Cheriot, big up to you if you're watching this. So now after high school and then transitioning into campus, is this something now you studied for?
Yes. So after high school, I had one of my aunts having a college here in Eldoret. So I joined her school to start learning computer packages, and I didn't even go for the computer packages class. Rather, I enrolled for a diploma in information technology. That was just before we joined campus, and then luckily I got accepted into information technology, which I pursued the undergrad and also did the diploma and completed. While I was still in the undergrad, I was able to join Moringa School, which is one of the best coding schools in Kenya. I joined Moringa School, where I started working on software development full-time for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Python, and that's where I got into my career full-time.
Ah. Okay, so to wearing that tag to being now a software engineer, how is that like pursuing your journey?
I would say it hasn't been easy. It's been crazy. I wouldn't say the journey was easy, because just wearing that career tag, it was so simple. I thought being a software engineer is going to be easy, until I came to the ground and noticed that I need to learn a lot of things. Until today, I have a lot more things that I don't have expertise in, that I am currently learning. So I'd say one thing, I have tried being consistent. I have given up a lot of times, but I have been consistent. I pick myself up and continue learning.
Would you say you had the necessary tools and resources to equip you on the journey? Like, for example, maybe you just need a laptop. Did you have challenges in acquiring those?
So when I was joining, the first laptop I got was, I think, when I was joining Moringa School. But when I was joining campus, I didn't own a laptop. So we had like a squad of friends that we thought ourselves as computer experts. We'd spend time together trying to learn, so we'd share the laptops. And then luckily my brother joined campus and he got a laptop, so I took it and started using it. And that was how I started like getting laptops. And then also my parents supported me in the journey. For example, I had my grandmother paying for me the school fees for Moringa School, so I had like a very strong support system, and I made everyone know that I am really passionate about this and I'm going to achieve it, whether you guys support me or not.
So it seems from the get-go you knew what you wanted and you actually went for it. So when you look at that, and people who wait for things to be perfect, because in your situation you knew what you wanted, but there are some people who don't start until they have everything figured out. What word of advice would you have for them?
I definitely tell them you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. Right now we have like, I'd give a perfect example. We have platforms that you're able to download applications and on your phone, and you're able to start learning programming. That's one way of starting it up. Nothing can be perfect at any given moment.
Yeah, and you mentioned something about having a great support system. How is that like, and what would you say the role it played into your success?
Having a great support system is very important, because these are the people who are going to just push you every day. Doesn't have to be family, it can be friends who keep telling you you're so good at this. I have my friends who keep calling me, I've seen you've done this and I really like it. So anytime you're in a position that you're able to just support someone to pursue whatever they want, don't let go of that opportunity.
And as we can see, that the environment that you are in dictates the person that you actually turn out to be, because they can either make you or even just break you. So share about any memorable experiences you've had throughout your journey.
My favorite would be, I joined Moringa School when I was expectant. Yeah, I was around 5 months expectant. My son was born 2 weeks before my graduation, and that was the craziest part. I had to like learn. Moringa School is very intense. So I had to like attend classes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and sometimes past 5 p.m. And I had like a great time learning and interacting with everyone, getting to know how we're going to manage and complete it. And luckily or unluckily, my son was born 2 or 3 weeks before graduation, and that means we were at the end of the period. We had a lot of projects, and I had the best group ever, because we were working on an application for crowdsourcing information. It was called Amani, where people would share different cases, and we'd look for solution for that.
Yeah.
So during that project session is when I had like a newborn, and it was just crazy how everything came into play. We were able to launch that application. We were able to present it during graduation and the career day. So that was one of the most memorable times.
Okay. When you talk about your experience, you're saying as if it was nothing, and I can see the joy at the end, but being expectant and you've delivered a newborn, you're launching applications. For me, that sounds like crazy. Able to take me through that? What was going on in your mind at that particular time?
Let me just give a backstory. I was going through something before I enrolled to Moringa School, and I had a conversation with my grandma, my best friend. I told her I want to enroll to Moringa School, and she was so supportive, and I was able to go through the interview process, and I joined the school. But now I was 5 months pregnant. That means I need to take care of myself and take care of the baby.
Yeah.
So I get to school. It was for the first 5 weeks, it wasn't as intense, but now for the remaining 4 months, it was quite intense because I remember we had like lots of projects. We'd work till late in the night to complete projects because it was project-based learning. So every week you have a different project to work on. And that was really crazy to think about it. And in most cases, we'd wake up way early in the morning at 6 a.m., get ready for school, attend classes. And so on the day my son was born, we were in class. We just got home from class. It was around, I think, 10 p.m. Getting to the house, my water broke.
Whoa, did you have company?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had one of my friends. So my water broke. We go to hospital. Labored, gave birth 2 hours later. Then after that, I had a choice to either continue with school or defer it for a period of, I think it was 3 months. It was March to June. Yeah, a period of 3 months. But in my head, I was like, no, I'm just going to finish this. I started it, like I decided I'm going to finish it. So you can imagine having a newborn looked like after 4 days after he was born, it looked like having to wake up in the morning to finish the coursework, start working on the projects, meet up with team members virtually, meet up with team members, discuss on possible solutions, discuss on the projects, and also submitting each preparation for launching and preparation for graduation. So it was really crazy, but I got to graduate 3 weeks later with a 3-month-old baby.
Oh my God. All I have to say is bravo, because that takes a lot of resilience, and literally you had sleepless nights. You had sleepless nights because I can imagine with a newborn and you have all these expectations, and the fact that it didn't take a mental toll on you. Is this the passion that kept you going? Because waking up and saying, hey, I have to graduate, I have to do these things, that's not your average type of being.
So I'd say for the first 3 months, for that period that I was working towards graduation, it didn't take a toll on me. But months later, around let's say 3 months later, when we were heading towards our 6th month, it was so crazy. Like I started having some I'd say postpartum depression. I started feeling like I was not giving my child enough attention. I wasn't being a mom, and it really took a toll on me. I had gotten a job, but I had to stop because I was just feeling like, no, it's not the right thing I'm doing. But I thank God for the supportive system at home. So I got back to being okay, but it was really a tough time. But it was totally worth it. Hurt me now.
Definitely. And you've talked about mom guilt, where women in careers feel as if they're not doing their children service by just pursuing what they love. Looking back, now that you're here and you had to go through that, what would you say to anybody experiencing that at this particular moment?
So one thing I'd say, your child needs a sober mom. Yeah, your child needs a mom who's okay. They don't care about the money, they don't care about anything, but also make sure you're doing something that really makes you happy. And your child doesn't notice those times that you are away. They just want you to be there. It doesn't matter if it's just 2 hours in a day. They just want to see you, and that's okay. They don't even notice the time that you're away.
That's so profound, because most of the times it's like we have to be there. You have to be there, but are you there because of the presence, or are you actually available for your child?
You need to.
And that is so profound, and I hope our listeners, anybody struggling with that, I hope you now have tips on how to go about that. Will you say that was your most challenging experience, having to do that?
Yeah, that was. I don't even given chance, I wouldn't do that again. It was crazy.
Okay, so in your tech career, what do you do to unwind? What do your hobbies look like?
Well, I am very bad with hobbies. I sleep a lot. Anytime I feel like overwhelmed, I just take a rest. I sleep. I also go out with my friends. I love attending weddings, pre-weddings, birthday parties. I'm just a party person.
Yeah.
So every time I feel overwhelmed, I either sleep or attend parties or just take a walk, mostly with my child.
Ah, okay. And then now that takes me to my favorite section where we debunk myths in the tech scene. And people say that you guys are not social, you are antisocial. Is that true?
One thing about myths, if they say it for a very long time, it becomes the truth.
Ah.
For me. So I'm going to give you a story. Before I got deep into tech, I wasn't an antisocial person. So I used to hang out with my friends. I was always there. Then I start hanging out with techies, and I realized, you guys, we are not supposed to. Not we are not like. There's just a mindset that we're not supposed to be so social. And then you realize, if I'm being antisocial, I'm not going to network. I attend several events and I'm not going to talk to anyone. I still struggle with that. I go to places, I talk to one or two people, but that means I'm not going to network. And one thing about tech careers and all careers generally, your network is a very important factor. Your network is your net worth. So that means I'm able to speak to you. We can have a 20-minute conversation and I gain some insights. If you're looking to hire or you have an opportunity you've had, you're not going to tell me unless I talk to you about it.
True.
So saying that tech people are antisocial is kind of the truth, but we need to get away from that. We need to start socializing. We need to start stepping out of the shadows. We need to stop believing that we're just supposed to stick with our laptops, because in most cases if we're building solutions, we're building solutions for our users. We're not building solutions for ourselves. So that means we have to interact with these users, understand what they like, understand what they want, so that we can really collaborate and also network.
And that's a very interesting component, because when you look at it, people say, or people assume that in the tech industry, you don't need soft skills to excel. But you have actually demystified that myth that you actually need these soft skills. And I also believe that soft skills are very important in terms of your career, because it will take you to places. You'll have to communicate better. You'll have to be adaptable. But if you're always on your computer and all that, these are things that you will not achieve and you have to get away from.
I'll give another about social skills. Before I got to what I'm currently doing, I was not talking about what I'm passionate about. So I never mentioned how much I love programming, how I'd want to get into a programming role, until one time with my past manager, we were having a conversation and I told her, oh, baby, I am very good in programming. I write Python programs, and just like that, she hooked me up to the current role. Like, if I never spoke about it, I'd never get where I am right now.
Yeah, and that's how opportunities now present themselves. Right. So we've talked about how soft skills are important. Are there any other myths and misconceptions that you've heard about the tech scene, or because you're part of it, that you would want to debunk?
Maybe one I'd say is that tech is hard.
But it is hard. Tell me why it's not hard, because
one thing, every other career, it has its down. If you give me today an accounting whatever, those accounting books, I'm not going to understand anything, but until I gain interest in that is when I'm going to understand it. So by saying something is difficult, it doesn't matter career or not. If you say something is difficult, you already put it in your head. Nothing, like, until you try it out, you realize that you have to break. If it's a whole topic, break it into smaller parts, and then you'll understand the different sections. So that means putting it in your head that tech is hard will give you a disadvantage. You're not going to ever understand it deeply.
Yeah, but okay. maybe it's the attitude, because back in campus I did programming, and it is the only D in my transcript. In all my transcripts I've never gotten a D, but for programming I got a D.
I have a question. Did anyone tell you that programming is hard prior?
I think I don't think so, but maybe it's my mentality where we will go into those computer labs, C++, and I'm like, what are these? What are these? For me, I couldn't comprehend because, I think for me it was just difficult. And up to now, I work with spreadsheets, Excel, and all that, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I have tried. VLOOKUP. Yeah. These are things that I have to do in my career, and I use them on a daily, but I just don't enjoy doing it.
Same way I'd say, for me, all the economics and business topics, I failed terribly. I think it's all the attitude, because for some people, some things are so simple compared to others. Same way people think maths is hard. So
maths is not hard because I now got an A maths.
So it's just about the attitude.
And I have seen all the great things even Victoria has done, and I am always vouching for her and the things she does, because I believe it has the ability to even just change or transform the world. But I appreciate that. But doing it, might as well resume it as it is. I will link up with her for mentorship classes. So as a lady, we don't see many ladies in tech, and for those that are there, I am lucky to know some, but it's a male-dominated scene. How did you venture or get into that?
One thing, thank God for my family, I didn't hear a lot of tech is for men. So one thing, like, we just need to do away with that. Okay, it's male dominated. For example, I'd say in my class we were 6 ladies, and it was a class of around 47 people, but 6 of us were ladies. So you can see the majority were men. So one thing that helped me break into tech, I didn't even think about it. I was just a young girl trying to make it. So and no one ever mentioned it, and then later you realize, there are those jokes across social media that say if you go to a class that contains more women than men, that means it's an easy course.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they actually say that. So I think it's just all about the attitude. Breaking into tech is quite easy. One thing, tech is always about learning. Every day you have to learn something new. Every day there's something that has changed. For example, in the past, say 5 years, AI was not a thing. But right now, if you turn around, you just hear ChatGPT, you hear Bard. So I think it's just about keep learning so that it's easy for you. And also another thing they say is women at the age of 35 go into product management. That's just same way saying technical tech is male dominated compared to the product management and other things. So I'd say one thing is it's a male dominated field, but we all need to break into it so that we can learn. Anyone can be a techie, anyone can be an engineer.
And we'll talk about AI and ChatGPT and all that later on in this video. What advice will you now tell to people or Kenyan women that want to pursue careers in the tech field?
The first thing, learn. People say they experience imposter syndrome. Me too, all the time. But one thing, if you're knowledgeable about something, it's so easy to really understand it. It's so easy to talk about it. So the first thing, always learn. Get a mentor. Talk about what you do on social media platforms, say Twitter, say LinkedIn, and interact with people. Showcase what you have done. Most cases, just don't talk about it. If you have projects that you can easily showcase, build a portfolio for yourself. Tell people what you're so knowledgeable at. If you have built a simple website, put it, host it somewhere, display it, make people really understand. And when you get a mentor, be focused. Make sure your mentor understands your goals so that it's easy to work with you.
You've talked about mentorship, and I would want us to delve into that a little bit. So I want you to expound on the role of mentorship in building successful careers, and also how you have mentored people in this field.
So for mentorship, it's a very important factor, because a mentor, I believe, is someone who's gone way before you. They have knowledge of whatever you want to pursue. So if I talk to you, you are good at say management or soft skills. That means you're going to guide me. You're going to know what I like, what I don't like. And that means you're going to guide me in the right path, because you already have experience. So mentorship should, like, if you find a mentor, and one thing that most people, I think, we go wrong with, when you're looking for a mentor, you just you talk to them and tell them that I want you to be my mentor. That is a very wrong. If you tell me you want me to be your mentor, I wouldn't understand. But if you tell me, I have seen you have done this and this, I want to become this, can you mentor me? And then push yourself. For example, if you want me to be your mentor, you're the one who's going to take the initiative to set meetings, to look for me. Don't make me look for you, because somehow, not in a bad way, you are the one who needs help. So make sure when you are looking for mentors, you are really interested in whatever they do, so that it aligns to your goals.
And I always say mentorship makes things a little bit easier, and if you are to take a longer path in the journey, it shortens that process, because now people who are experts in this field get to give you these things on their own. All right. So are there people you look up to in this field who are your mentors?
I'd say one of the people I look up to, we have, she's called Reina Achieng. She's a product manager. If you've seen Kijikona County, the project for Nairobi, it's by Food for Education. So that lady is a product manager there. And I have seen her grow through her various careers. When I was starting up in my tech career, she had like a talk at our school. So I have watched her grow, and I am really looking, not really going into product management, but going through that path.
And I know you'll be successful in that field. All right. So you now paying it forward. What are you doing for the young girls in Kenya, or any other projects that you're involved in?
So I was recently involved in a project called by Rural Women Peace Link. It's a project. It was a technical project where girls from schools in the Rift in Rift Valley. We had like Nandi County, Uasin Gishu County, and Elgeyo Marakwet County. We had them. They were building solutions for within their county, for the problems they are facing. So we had like poverty, FGM. So that was one of the projects that I was involved as a technical mentor. And then I also mentor a lot of young girls in programming and different like technical skills. And then I also like collaborate with other teams. I also I was a trainer with one organization called Tech10, where we had young ladies and men learning programming, and I was one of the instructors. So anything mentorship, anything tech, I am always part of.
And how can people reach you for those gigs?
On Twitter, Vicky__Mutai, or on LinkedIn, Victoria Mutai.
All right. So this next segment, we're going to talk about trending topics, and we're also going to play a game. And I want to see how knowledgeable you are in the tech scene. There's a video I watched here on YouTube where there was a trivia, and I want to also pass those questions to you and see how well you know about product management and all that. But before that, talk to us about AI. What's the future, and even before the future, right now, how can we optimize and leverage AI in all functions?
So I'll give a very good example for business owners. You're starting out your business. Say you're a tailor, and you want to start marketing. You decide, I'm not going to do the normal advertisements. Putting posts on banners and everything is expensive. So what do? You go to social media. Now on social media, you created a page, say on Facebook or on Instagram. You need content to keep posting, and generating content sometimes it's quite not easy. So what do? You use platforms like ChatGPT and other AI platforms like Bard to create content for marketing your products. So I'd say in every career right now, there's a way that AI can make your work easy. There's a common phrase they say. It's not AI that will take your job. It's someone who uses AI who will take your job. That means if I can easily debug my project, say my tech project, if I can easily debug using AI, and you doing the manual way, that means I'll be saving more time building more solutions compared to you who's just doing the manual, not manual really, but without the AI. Also, you using like you can use the AI platforms to get all the content that you want. You can use it to project plan your ideas. You can use it even to even if it's academic writing, you can just use it to generate content for you.
Yeah. So me and you were recently in a certain call, and we realized, I think but the use of how to ask better questions, how to prompt, for better maybe responses. So this is something a lot of people don't know. And even me previously, I was just going into, hey, I need this. I am a social media expert. I need you to help me with this. But how can what advice will you have for people in terms of prompting to get better responses? Because that is something a lot of people don't know about.
So for me, what has really been working for me, it's giving that AI a role. Assume you are a SEO content generator. I would want this and this. So giving it a specific role, for example, SEO generator, I'm a marketer, it gives it a condition for giving responses to your questions, to your prompts.
Yeah. All right. On to my favorite segment of this episode is the games section. So I want to test Vicky on her knowledge on apps, websites, and computers, and just to get to prick her mind a little bit. So it's going to be a quick fire. I will ask quick fire questions, and I'll expect to get answers within 5 seconds. I will not have a timer, but we'll do it. Okay, so question number 1. What was the most downloaded app of the 2010s?
Facebook.
Alright. In what year was eBay founded?
2015.
It's 1995. A blue wavy line in Microsoft Word indicates which era?
Pass.
Formatting. Okay. What app has a green owl as the mascot? A green owl. Ta-da-da-da-da. Check us out. It's Duolingo.
Oh,
alright. So, what was Google's fourth retired attempt at launching a social media platform?
Wow.
No. Calm down. You this one you can get the answer. For messaging, this one I know. Google Plus.
Oh God.
Alright. As of 2019, what company was the source of the largest known data breach in history?
Facebook.
It's Yahoo. Alright. What does CPU stand for?
Central Processing Unit.
This one you must know. Alright, so let's see if you have another question. Is 1 gigabyte is equal to how many megabytes?
1 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 at least.
1024 MB.
Okay. What programming language is named after a type of Indonesian coffee?
Java.
Yeah, okay. That one I didn't know. Alright. What country has the largest market of gamers? Tararara.
Germany.
Take a guess, another guess.
UK.
No. China. Alright. What does PIN stand for?
P.
PIN.
PIN.
Yeah.
Personal identity number.
Personal identification number. Okay. What computer and printer company, sometimes better known by its two-letter acronym, was founded in Palo Alto, California in 1939?
HP.
Yeah. What's HP in full?
I have my laptop actually waiting.
This one you must get. Even if you will not pronounce it well, you must get this one.
Oh, highly package.
Hewlett
Packard.
Alright. In what year was the first plane invented?
1990s.
1903. What company employs the largest number of language translators?
Google.
Yeah. Do you want to work in Google sometime later?
Yeah, Google recruiters, please.
Please. I can attest and vouch for her. Alright, let's look at one last one. That's easy. When is Madaraka Day observed?
12th. First.
Yeah,
First June.
At least you must know that. You can't be knowing all this tech stuff and you don't know about your country. See, these tech people, they're always on their phone.
12th December is Jamhuri Day.
Yeah, it is actually Jamhuri Day. Alright, do you have any questions for me as it pertains to maybe this game or any other thing before we wind up and we talk about what the future holds?
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow.
Interview question.
In the next 5 years, I'll be in my 30s. So in my 30s, I expect that Ask Damaris will be the biggest e-learning platform in Africa. That's the main goal, is to just offer these soft skills to people, because as we have talked about soft skills, we know the major role it plays. And I have worked from home, and more than ever people are on their phones. Children are not playing outside, and some of these soft skills you can get them by interacting with people. But you see, this human aspect is being removed from the equation, and the more and more we keep doing these things, the more we will even lose our humanity.
Yeah.
So the end goal is to teach and equip people to be better in soft skills, and to also be at a place where it's affordable. You don't have to break a bank for you to get things that you can actually get while you're on the job. But what I've noticed is some people are lucky. You learn things on the job, you get to learn through experiences, but some are not. So our aim is to bridge that gap. So I'll say that, and I also want to be speaking, a keynote speaker, traveling the world, talking about our company, but not only our company. I have a lot to share, and I think when that time comes, then it will give me that opportunity. Will I be married? I don't know. The future. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Everyone, please check out askdamaris.com.
Askdamaris.com. So, what does the future look like, first of all, for you and your career?
For me, have my own startup. I know a lot of questions usually you can start your own consultancy and everything, but there are a few things I'm learning. The financial literacy, I'm very bad at that. So I'm learning a few things, and then I have my own startup, my own baby to bring up, and then also Yeah, like in my own company, I'd maybe want to work as a CTO, Chief Technology Officer, and then also mentorship, grow, like keep mentoring more people into tech. Like it's very interesting to see people come back to you and tell you that you're the one that made me get into tech. I'm currently doing this and this. So mentor more people. And also maybe like have one of the largest tech companies in Eldoret.
And all I can say, I know it's achievable. So my challenge to you, you've asked me what I'll do in 5 years. So in 5 years, and even before 5 years, so part of what I do is hold people accountable to their goals. And that's a big goal that you have. So what I'll do for you is I'll be checking in and I'll be asking, where are you at with this? Of course, we'll have to break it down. So first of all, get this management aspect of it and all that. But all I can say is just start building that app that you want. Start just building. There's some things that you will learn as you go. Yeah, so just start. I believe in you. I believe in your capabilities. So you have all it takes. All I can encourage you is just do it. Yeah. So just like Nike, do it. All right. So what does the future of tech look like? Because hey, hata tujamalizana na ChatGPT. Like we have like so many AI platforms. Zingine za generate images and all that. So what do you think about, first of all, the future of tech and how it's going to transform the world, and also tech and Kenya? How well are we doing as a country, by the way?
Tech and Kenya, I'd say we're getting actually better. We have like more startups, but now the problem we've noticed that these startups, after 2 to 3 years, they're failing.
Yeah.
Yeah, even after seeding. Yeah, we need like accountability for the tech startups, but we are currently in a good place. We have like a lot of techies. More companies are coming into Kenya, as you've seen recently. There's Google, Microsoft, Visa. So we hope with the government, we get like more fair ground for the tech companies to establish here in Kenya, and also for even us to establish more startups.
Yeah. All right. So thank you very much for coming onto the show. I have learned a lot and just getting to hear a different perspective. And I think for me, it's admitting that people in tech need soft skills. All right. So any closing remarks, words of encouragement that you have for our viewers?
I'm going to give it into 3 parts. To the people who are starting up their careers, if you know someone who's starting up their careers, especially in tech, support them. They need that a lot, because it's not going to be easy. And if you're a parent, support your child. You don't know what the future holds. I'm sure for the next few years, we'll be having kids who want to tell us they want to be artists. I'm not sure how we're going to react to that, but you'll get there. So support your kids, support your people, support your friends. And then if you're starting up, as Dama said, just start. It's not going to be easy, but just start. And then also you don't need to have everything perfect to start up. And then number 2, to the women, let's take up this space. Let's have more women in the tech spaces. Same way they say, kitambo they used to perceive nursing as a career for women. We need to also get there in tech. And then for everyone, find a mentor. And for my mentees, we're going to get there. And yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. How can people connect with you if they just want to chat? They want you to be their mentor. How can they reach out to you?
So you can find me on Twitter, Vicky __ times 2 then Mutai, and then on LinkedIn, Victoria Mutai. Instagram, Miss Mutai.
All right, thank you so much, Vicky. I've had a pleasure interviewing you, and thank you so much for honoring this invite, for coming to the show. I really truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Karibu sana. Thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back. 5
yes.
years or more.
We'll check in. So after some time, we'll come back and tell us. And now you even have our viewers to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. As always, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share widely to equip the youth, to equip anybody who needs this kind of mentorship. And as always, as I say, we will learn and grow together.
Yeah.
This is Maisha Chapters.